I see another pale sunrise, surrounded by soldiers, glued to the screens. Hold back the invaders, their infernal machines. We fight to survive, running to stay alive. Our bodies aching and tired, but there's nowhere to hide. Our cover's been blown away. Space invaders, 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 space invaders. They're closing in on me. Dark forces cold and unseen. Oh, my hip pocket nerve is aching again. I must go back in and fight it out to the end. Space invaders, 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 space
My Atari! Turn off all the lights and bask in the glory of a 2-bit sprite. I stood in line when I was 9, bought burger time and left the world behind. And out my speakers, Hubert speaks, won't offend my peepers cause his words are bleak. My Atari's on a stand with an uneven height, so I use my Xbox just to prop it up right. My Atari still purchase after all these years. From when it first appeared on sale at Sears, we'll be together forever. I named it Heather, and I'll never get sick of pushing the reset lever. My Atari. My Atari. Yo, what's up?
My Atari! Driving down the street at night. Now I'm bumping and jumping to a staggering height. It always brightens up
My day.
And just last
Friday,
I found myself trying to kill a frog on the highway. You can't go
wrong
with games like
Pong.
when on pitfall, the snake
Bit me
in the
Pong.
and I slide left and right. I'm putting up a fight with shields dwindling and space invaders in my sight. And now I'm just sitting here catching some bombs.
I can play while on the toilet cause my phone is the ROMs. My Atari. My Atari. Now, me and my Atari play the illest games. I like to duck and jump over dragon flames. We slay all dragons, red, yellow, and green. And the bat carries corpses from screen to screen. Out of space and underground when I play my game. I shoot everything, it all looks the same. I'm set on expert every game I play. Even Strawberry Shortcake has me playing all day. My Atari. My Atari.
Now the games that I possess have quite a range. Myself, I've got 400 games. I play Taz a lot, chillin' each his field, and then Kool-Aid Man when it's time to get
ill.
Donkey Kong, and I got the high score before Mario done Pauline for that horn.
My Atari didn't always bring good games. Pac-Man was lame cause Drew's Revenge was insane. And I hope the Reese's cause an allergy for E.T. Cause that's the game that brought down the whole industry. At a party that I threw for all the boys, we played asteroids till we could hemorrhoids. My Atari lets me play with the stick in my lap, with a couple teeth marks cause I needed a snap. Whether in a space
battle
or rustling
cattle,
you won't see me without my joystick or paddle. My Atari.
and I'm headed to the arcade. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm bringing everything I made. I got a callus on my finger and my shoulder's hurting too. I'm gonna eat them all up just as soon as they turn blue. 'Cause I got Pac-Man fever. It's driving me crazy. I got Pac-Man fever. I'm going out of my mind. I got Pac-Man fever. I'm going out of my mind. I got all the patterns down up until the ninth key.
Hey everybody, how we doing? Welcome to the 7800 Pro Gamer Show. And thank you for the compliment on the intro, Mr. Shua. Yes, we've been hard at work on it. That's actually the intro to the podcast, so a little taste for you. Join us on Friday for that. Got some good stuff going on in the chat, but today we're going to be trying to play Food Fight Culinary Combat in the Atari VCS. Now, I don't know how many of you out there in chat land have the VCS. If you do, jump on in, because as you can see, there is a lot of people playing right now, and a few more wouldn't hurt. Yo, 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 hey Philip, nice to see you in here. So yeah, we're going to be playing Food Fight Culinary Combat. I want to give it a little bit of a spotlight here, because I'm really enjoying this game. It came out back in December for the Atari VCS, and I think it's not that bad. I think it's a pretty good game. Biggest issue seems to be the player base, so why not give it a little rub here on the famous Atari Network. Yeah, the VCS is awesome, Mr. Shua. So again, if anybody can jump in, you can see Vinnie informed me of this earlier. The names are fixed on here. It says 7800 Pro Gamer, not Player 1. So how cool is that? Yeah, and we have a tournament coming up. So this is also good practice. For those of you that follow the podcast, you know that Vinnie is putting pieces of his massive collection on the line. So if you want a chance to win some stuff, all you got to do is jump on the VCS and play Food Fight Culinary Combat with us. You can get an autographed movie of Vinnie's. You can get a sealed Gravatar for the 2600 and something else of Vinnie's. I think he was going to donate a pair of his Pantaloons that he would also autograph. So you have that to look forward to. So this is Food Fight Culinary Combat, guys. If you've never played this, I think it's on the VCS right now, and I think it's coming to other platforms here soon. But just bask in its glory. Oh, snap indeed. We'll see if we can't get my podcast co-host, the Atari Network Podcast, every other Friday here on the Atari Network and Big and Funky Productions. Get the cone here. So this is a capture the flag game mode. Well, let me finish my last thought. Yeah, every other Friday, including this Friday, where we're going to be talking BCS, actually. So, but yeah, there are several game modes in this. It's essentially a third-person shooter. You have things like capture the flag or capture the cone. Everything's got to be food-related. And you also have Team Deathmatch. There's the Splatoon mode that Vinnie loves. Vinnie probably won't get on. I was hoping he'd join me, but I think he's scared because I beat him senseless last time. There we go. We're going to capture the cone again. Ready, player? Set. Ready. Yeah. How you doing, Jolt? Good to see you in here. Let's see if we can cash that in. At least I got it up high. Hopefully the not-so-intelligent computer won't be able to find it. And just a reminder, the 7800 Pro Gamer Show, along with the Atari Network, is sponsored by Atari7800Forever.com. Atari 7800 Forever. You know a bunch of Atari websites, but do you know of any that cover one console, that specializes in one console? Atari 7800 Forever does, because they love that console. As I shouldn't do my commercial reads while I'm playing because I'm getting distracted here. But they love that console, and they have over 20 years of information on the Atari 7800. They got things like every game reviewed, including a pretty good one, some pretty good ones, and a pretty bad one called Liver Lips and 8 Hacks or something. Anything from that all the way up to Bentley Bear and more can be found there if you're looking for a review or suggestion on a game. You can also find cheat codes, articles, and like I said, 20 years of information there. So Atari7800Forever.com. Thank you for supporting the Atari Network. Take a look at some chats here in a minute, guys. I hope you're all settling in. We're going to play some VCS games here. Might just stick with Food Fight the whole time. If you guys have the VCS and enjoy these games, then jump on in. Let's get some chat interaction going here. Let's get a deathmatch going. Let's see. Yep, good to see you, Joel. You just bought a VCS, but still in the box. You knew you should have opened it up today. You might want to open it up as soon as possible. Hopefully you got a new one that won't have any setup issues there, Robert Golden. I lie. I never lie. I never lie. So let's see here. As you can see, give you guys a quick chance to get some people to jump in. I have kids. No VCS, says Philip. Yeah. Kids suck up a lot of money, that's for sure. They're little vacuums. This game is currently VCS exclusive, but I don't think it's going to be like that for long. It's, from what I understand, it's going to come out in a lot of platforms, and they sort of shoved it out to us first as a reward for being so loyal. So you can customize your avatar here that you use in the battle. So I'm playing as Charlie Chuck. There's also another little girl avatar you can choose. You come to the haunted house haunt topic here, which you'd think would be ran by a ghost, but it's ran by the centipede. And you can buy new clothing, change clothing. As you can see, I have my lovely old lady hat on and my coat. But I believe it will be coming out on other platforms, maybe if the VCS run is successful. I'm not sure what the actual long-term plan is for this game. Let's see if anybody else is online. Vinny, are you going to jump in here? Give the people a little taste if they join our tournament. Again, we are planning on having a food fight culinary combat tournament. You can win a free signed movie from the one and only Funkmaster V. You can win a 100% sealed, a brand new Redbox copy of Gravatar for the Atari 2600, and a yet to be named grand prize. So join us for that if you have a VCS. We will have more details probably by the time of the podcast, I would hope. See, I'll just jump in another game. I was hoping Vinny would jump on. So some of the options you have here, you can play team, one-on-one. You can change the, you're loading in right now, awesome. You can change the difficulty of the bots. You can kind of make them a little spicy if you want to. The ice cream mines are kind of silly. I don't like having those on. Time limits you can change. I like 3 minutes. You get too long and well, there ain't many people on. And you can obviously play private matches and whatnot. So let's do the Splat Mart here. I like to set it up for random, see if we can't get something other than capture the cone going. Okay, got you, big and funky. Well, here now, Charlie Chuck is who you play as in the campaign, if you can call it that. But you can play as any one of the computer chefs. I like Angelo here. As you can see, he's decked out in the coolest of gear. And we'll see. We got a few people saying they're going to sign in. Let's get... Hopefully we can get some pretty active matches going for you guys and really show off what this baby can do. You can see my ping there up in the corner, too. I'm trying to play in the Evercade Challenge. Crypto, what's the Evercade Challenge? Is that like a high score challenge? Oh, this is really cool. So, these marshmallows here, they augment your current weapon. This is probably the best idea for this game, I think. So you can get marshmallows, peanut butter, and I just dropped them, and something else to augment your weapons. And they actually kind of turn the game into more of a Splatoon type thing, where the stuff will leave behind, as you can see, pink resin, and it makes you slide around, jump around, and stuff like that. So this one makes you jump, as you see there. Probably I need to do a full-blown review of this game. Probably my one complaint is the levels are a little too big. Like right now, for this one, it's a good-sized level, but it's hard to track anybody down. Oh, the butter's my favorite. The butter's the other augmentation, and it makes the levels a slippery mess. You can ask Vinny what happened the last time we had a death match going, and I got the butter out. Let's just say Vinny was slip-sliding. Missed 10,000 shots. I got the achievement, blind as a bat. Just showing off my skill. I get achievements all the time. They're all... It sounds bad, but, it's probably blind as a bat. I can shoot people without seeing them. It's probably a good thing. This is, I think, the ultimate weapon here. You throw this egg and a bunch of little chefs come out. I think we're playing normal deathmatch here, if I'm not mistaken. There's one where as you kill enemies, they drop cookies, and you collect all their cookies. what's the other one? Again, the level falls apart. I guess that's... Vinnie said that was like Fortnite, I want to say. I don't know the new stuff. I'm not as hip and cool as Vinnie. I'm not a Funkmaster. I'm just a regular old master of my own vowels, as they call me. What the kids all say. Man, that 7800 Pro gamer, he has control of his vowels. Alright, let's... I don't know, I never had that corn gun before, but that seemed to really make a mess of things. You can see what kind of need to step up the computer here. Heroic Game Launcher. Match ended. Who won? Oh, look at that. I did. Let's see. Just got Breakout and Yours recharged free. How do you get that? On Heroic Game Launcher, you get Breakout and Yours recharged free. Yours Recharge is one of the best recharge games, in my opinion, that you can get. So that's awesome that you got that for free. That's on Prime Gaming, you said? If you can pick that game up for free, I would definitely recommend it. Let's see. You would think they would keep a few VCS games exclusive for that system, just for the VCS owners. We're kind of going to discuss that on the podcast, actually. That's a good segue. Thank you, Joel. So you might have seen we already have it scheduled this Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Why can't I change my outfit? We'll talk about that too. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to talk about the VCS and how it got snubbed. Well, it seems like it might have, so check that out for some more VCS information. I'll be on there with my co-host, Funkmaster V. Yeah, on Prime Gaming, it's free. Wow. It's through Amazon Prime, but on Mac OS and Linux, I use Heroic Game Launcher. Well, that's pretty cool. It's an open play on Atari IO and an Evercade club where we vote for a cart to play and submit. That game we played on the cart. The highest score, nothing serious, no prizes or anything. Well, that's still very cool. I used to participate in the Atari Age 7800 High Score Challenge. I actually, I have the Atari Age record for speed. What is that? Speed skating on Winter Games for the 7800. So yeah, I used to participate in those two, or something like that too. So that's very cool. Yeah, if you want some more interaction with the Atari stuff, there's a massive community out there. Atari IO, or even with Evercade or older stuff. Atari IO is doing it. Atari Age is doing it. There's some other places online through Discord and stuff that I've heard also doing things like that. So, you know, don't be afraid to get out there and try some of the stuff. So we've looked at Splatmark and Takeout Tarn. Let's look at USS Piehole. And of course, now we have a new shirt that I just purchased. So we'll throw that on our guy Angelo here. So we got our grandma hat. For every holiday, they've been putting stuff out. There's a Christmas hat, a New Year's hat. Now, obviously, Valentine's Day, so we get a pink shirt. Look at Angelo. He's looking good there. So here we go again. Oh, I wanted to step up the computers. We'll do that in the next round. See how difficult we can make them. Because right now they're kind of standing there. Oh, we got a player 2. Look at that. Now, I thought they fixed that, Vinny. What the heck? There's a player 3. Oh, wow. Very cool. I thought they fixed that, Vinny, where now they showed all the names. Because I'm still seeing player 2 and player 3. So you told me that so I look stupid in front of the people. I don't appreciate that, Vinny. I give Vinny a hard time because he doesn't like me. And, you know, as much as I try to call him and bug him and be friends with him, he's kind of a bully. So that's why I pay Philip to fight him on my behalf. Honestly, I just don't want to get put in a figure 4. Yeah, it still says player 2, player 3. So I'm disappointed by that. But we got some humans here. This should be a lot more interesting now. We are in the Hold Your Cookies game mode. For this one, I think there's crates of cookies around, and you can also pick up cookies off defeated opponents. Oh man, I got my butt beat. Hey OG, how you doing? Is that you, Mr. Shua? All right. Now we got some people in the chat in here. Our goal is to beat them up. And Vinnie told me they fixed the names, but I think he got me. I think he wanted me to look silly on my second episode of the 7800 Pro Gamer Show. Hey, don't forget, guys, if you're in here having a good time watching the game, talking in the chat, don't forget to leave a like before you leave on your way out, or right now, if you would be so obliged. And, yeah, leave a like. Share the stream with anybody who you think might be interested. I'm just kidding. Nobody's interested, except for us. Ooh, there's the big weapon. Pick that up, throw it, and waste it. Perfect. There we go. Got some cookies going now. Big old battle happening out here. Oh, look at this guy with his cool hat. You can tell it's the computer when she lets you walk behind her and keep drilling her in the back of the head with your tomatoes. No, she ain't dying, to her credit. Now, the person that had the top hat, that was another human. Having some latency. Oh, I was going for the cookies. Going for them cookies. Don't forget, tomorrow, right here in the Atari Network, we have, of course, our Sunday review. It's a little bit different this Sunday. We're going... Man, I did not mean to throw that. Oh, well. We're doing something a little bit different for our Sunday reviews. We're actually taking a look at some controllers I had sent out to me. So we have the review for the arcade-style controller that was sent to me. Ooh, somebody had the butter. The butter makes this thing a mess. Look at this. There's a good story about that butter in a game me and Vinnie played. But tomorrow, Sunday's review is actually about some controllers that was sent to me. Pancake Pelter won. No, I'm Pancake Pelter. Deep Macaroni won. Okay. Let's see if we can get another game going here. We'll do no ice cream mines. We'll rank up the difficulty. Let's try the Soup Works. So we're doing controller reviews tomorrow on the channel. The arcade one is going to get a review. I decided not to give controllers or peripherals a score out of 5. It's going to be recommended, not recommended, or I think the one was undecided. So you can watch, see how we feel about some controllers we had sent to us. We actually had 2 sets, but the one was a prototype, so I refrained from giving a full score to that one. But check out that review. It will be released 10 a.m. tomorrow, right here on the Atari Network. There we go. Player 2, is that you, Mr. Shua? We could also, play some more of this. We'll throw up a poll and see what you guys want to do, because there is a lot more on the VCS. For some of you that don't own the VCS, you might want to have the opportunity to see what else is on here. So if that's something that interests you guys, we can jump on here and see what other games are available for you to download if you have one, or if you're thinking of getting one. So the Soup Works here is factory level with a lot of stuff going on. Oh, spoiled. Did I at least get a kill? I did not. So we upped the difficulty here on the bots. I usually play them at the lowest, but we've been beating them pretty good, just shooting them in the back of the head and stuff. See, what's cool too is they deck out the levels for holidays. There used to be Christmas trees, I remember. Now there is little bears and hearts and stuff all over. Very cool. Ooh, I think we got killed by player 2 there. I think you're in another dimension. Is it the latency? Because I might have some latency issues going on here. Superfood. I believe the superfood is that egg that spawns. Oh, took out player 2. Whoever that is. You have a variety of weapons too. Like I said, you can augment them and make the level slippery and whatnot. But you can also pick up pea shooters here. Get it? Pea shooter. Haha. Pizza flingers, jelly donut launchers. All kinds of cool weapons in this game. So this is, you know, there's a lot of fans of Food Fight out there, me included. Food Fight was a huge game on the 7800. It was one of those games that 7800 owners could be proud of. Outside of the 8-bit line of computers, you couldn't get that really anywhere. Man, I am getting beat up. Yeah, you couldn't get Food Fight anywhere, so that was a cool game for the 7800 that we loved having. And having this version, I know we were worried when this came out. I ain't gonna lie. I know Atari had put a lot of work into this game, believe it or not. They were working on developing it for a couple years. And I believe it's because Wade Rosen, the CEO of Atari, or the head of Atari, president, what have you, is a huge Food Fight fan. So when he took over, he wanted a new Food Fight game. And this seems to be the fruits of his efforts here. Very nice. Here. We're going to start a little poll here in the chat. One second while I type it up. See, a smart person would do this beforehand, but as Vinnie, I'm not very smart. There we go. All right. We have a little poll up in the chat if you want us to keep going with Food Fight or not. Hit yes or no. We'll let it go for about 3 minutes here, just long enough to do one more round, which could be our final round, depending on the votes here. And it also lets us, we can do cupcake construction or condiment towers. Let's jump on condiment towers. Okay, so again, you can be any one of these characters in the one-player mode. We could also show off more of Food Fight, like the single-player content and stuff for a little bit. Let's try this girl. I like her. And again, we got another human in here. Again, if you're just joining us, we're going to have a Food Fight tournament presented by the Atari Network and Big and Funky Productions. Myself, Funkmaster V, will be holding it. We're going to have some prizes going on for that. We're going to have some cool stuff to give away, signed movies, autographed movies from a real-life movie star, and a sealed copy of Gravatar for the 2600 and a yet-to-be-named grand prize. So if you have the VCS, you have Food Fight Culinary Combat, and you want to join in on that, then message me on YouTube here, Facebook or something, and let us know that you're interested. here we go. This might be our last round here, guys. So this is like a rooftop level. We're getting bounced around pretty good. I can't find nobody. They're all down here on the patio. This game is a lot of fun though, guys. And I think it will be coming out on other platforms. So if you don't have the VCS, just it looks interesting to you. Hold on. Yeah, see, I'm getting some latency issues too. I don't think streaming and hosting this game is probably a little too much for my internet here. But, whatever. Ooh. Let's see if we can't just shoot these people from our little safe burger here. See if we can jump over here. There we go. Oh, is this... Oh, we're supposed to be I think this is capture the cone. Oh yeah, we're getting some latency issues here. We're getting some latency issues here, guys. Now, how do I get over there? I guess you just jump, huh? Oh, we took the cone with us. Let's see here, another minute and a half in the game, and then we'll see what the poll says, and we'll see if we're going to play something else for a little bit here. Again, thanks for joining us here, guys. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Remember to join us for our review tomorrow. We have a review every Sunday on the channel here. Okay, where do I gotta take this thing? So I jump over here, load up. Let's see if I fall off the stage again. Yeah, I don't know how to get over there. I do not know what I'm doing, I guess. Let's see, so we got the pea shooter, we got the superfood, I think. Looking good. Oh, I guess am I supposed to get up on the food? On the bun somehow? Well, that didn't work out either. I do not like this level. I do not like this level at all. We got the watermelon launcher. Let's see if we can't. Well, talk about ending strong. So let's end the poll here. And the people say, keep playing Food Fight. No. All right. So it looks like we're going to be done with Food Fight just for a little bit here. So... And we have a video out in the Atari Network. If you want to know more about Food Fight, Culinary Combat, we show off kind of the different things. So here's the VCS. If you don't have one, this is like your home screen. Famously, you can mod the VCS, or I guess it's not even mod. You can set it up in PC mode and run Linux. But most of us people, we get it for the Atari OS here, which is this. So this is kind of Atari's little ecosystem they have set up. Their sort of Steam, if you will, their Xbox store, PlayStation store. This is their version of that. So you have your home. You do have stuff you can download, browsers and whatnot. Ton of games, obviously. You have a store where you can buy more stuff. There is some issues with buying stuff. But most recently they put up Frenzy for the 7800, which $8.99 is a lot higher than what they normally sell these games for. Frenzy is a 7800 homebrew, a very good one as a matter of fact, by Robert De Crescenzo, the famous, the great, the mighty, the powerful. But you can also get some other homebrews. Most of them are priced for $5 here. You can get the whole Dragons trilogy, which is an awesome trilogy of games, Harpy's Curse, all 7800 homebrew that myself and Vinnie have reviewed on our channels, or you could go to Atari7800forever.com and get reviews. Madness Beverage. As far as VCS exclusives go, again, you have the 7800 homebrews. I guess you could kind of count those. You have access to the Recharge games, the Atari Vault, also obviously 2600, 7800 games. Atari Mania and Atari 50th collection is on here. More Recharge stuff. You can get the Berserk Enhanced that came out on cartridge. And there's a lot of indie stuff too, like Dodo, Ends Reach, and I think I have one more. Well, I guess Madness Beverage would be the other one. As far as the bigger releases that Atari has put out on here, Superstar Shooter 16 is also a indie game. Their bigger games from Atari would be things like Tempest 4000, Neo Sprint, and games like obviously Food Fight that we just played, and Atari Mania, Atari 50th collection, and that sort of thing. So let's get, while I finish showing this off, we'll do one more poll real quick. I'll set this one up. I'm just going to put game. And I will answer some questions, give this a few minutes. So let's put in Neo Sprint. Let's put in Atari Mania. Let's put in Harpy's Curse, which is a Atari 7800 homebrew that just came out from the creators of Dragons, the Dragons trilogy. And let's add one more. What's another good one, guys? Let's do Madness Beverage, because we just reviewed that on the channel. Why did I play Cookie Collector? I just put it on random game mode, honestly. And those are the ones. So there, give you guys about a minute to vote on that. So Ends Reach is a homebrew game, and we could play that one too. Say Ends Reach in the comments if you want to see that. Ends Reach is a indie game, third-person action game. I downloaded it because it kind of looked like it was more modern than the other stuff. So like Food Fight, Culinary Combat, and the other stuff. The Atari Mania has kind of that older, more cartoony graphic style. Ends Reach looked like it had more of what you would expect on the bigger consoles as far as graphics go. I think it was done in Unreal Engine or something like that. So we got one person asking for Ends Reach. Again, if I get a couple people saying Ends Reach, we'll jump on there. We could always do the winner of the poll, and we can end on Ends Reach if you guys want. That's probably what we'll do. I think what we'll do, we'll play the winner of the poll. We'll give that a little bit of time, and then we'll finish on Ends Reach. I think would be a good way of doing this. Just temper your expectations for Ends Reach. Give you guys just another minute here. Again, we can go back to the store, show off a few more things while you guys finish voting. Excuse me. Famously, the VCS also comes with what they call the classic controller, which looks like an Atari. I think I have it handy down here as I disappear from sight. It's right here. So this is the classic controller. It looks just like an Atari 2600 controller, but this little ditty right here spins around, which gives you the feeling of playing spinner games, trackball games, that sort of thing. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. Showing off my massive friends list. But there's also some cool, I've heard good things about Blue Kid on here, the Recharge series, as we said. Zero Page Homebrew has their own game, if you're fans of them. It's not very highly rated, but for $1, I mean, how can you go wrong? Strike Zone 2600, for Halloween, they were calling that Fright Zone, which is pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff. All right, let's end the poll here. Let's see what won, guys. What do you want to see? And the winner is a tie. Atari Mania and Harpy's Curse. Okay, well, let's do Atari Mania first. And And then we'll jump on to some Harpy's Curse. And then we'll end with End's Reach. We'll do it like that. Ah, there you go. So that Atari Mania will be sort of relevant because it's free right now with Amazon Prime. So this might give you an idea if you want to pick it up if you're an Amazon Prime user and whatnot. So if you've ever played WarioWare on the Nintendo consoles, you sort of have an idea of what this is. I'm pretty well through the game here, but I think rather than showing off the end of the game, we'll just start a new game and kind of show off the beginning of it. That way there might be less spoilers and whatnot. A controller is recommended for this game. They show the classic controller. You know, I don't think I've played this game with the classic controller. Vinnie, if you're still around, have you tried it with the classic controller? I do like the shot of the city there, too, where they kind of show the UFO and stuff. I like this guy in his street clothes. I feel like there should have been different outfits. Suit, check. Cap, check. Watch, on time. Ah, another Tuesday. Another day in paradise at the good old Atari Vault. Another day of asteroid shooting, millipede chasing, pong paddling excitement. Another day, the same as the last. One day closer to death. Oh boy, time to see if the talent needs anything. This guy's kind of a jerk. You know, he works for Atari. Vinnie would love to work for Atari. And this guy is kind of like, well, whatever, this place sucks. And it's made by Atari too, so... Lucky for me, I can just press B in my tool belt and grab my handy dandy broom. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be much help, Vinnie. And what's awesome about this game is you get to clean. So if you don't, I don't clean at my house, I just let the filth pile up. But, you know, I like to do simulated cleaning. So, yeah, that's what I'm using is the modern controller. So simulated cleaning is cool. Here, this locker's green. Kind of gives you the idea you could interact with it. And if you do, you get a magnet. Give it back to Warren. So, I don't know if I should be attracted or repelled. Great joke. So Warren happens to be the name of a character from an Atari game. It's the Toledo name. The Toledo name, Toledo Way. Yeah, right now I guess this game is free on Prime. Obviously, just like the Atari 50th and stuff, this thing is really big into nostalgia. You unlock a bunch of covers and stuff. Manuals, you know, you check out different things about different games. But that really isn't the meat of the game here. Let's kind of fly through this. If you buy it, you can get the amazing story going here, which is really enthralling stuff. I mean, I was not expecting the lovemaking scene that came in the middle, but it was well worth the time. It's kind of strange, kind of pixely, but tastefully done. I think tasteful was the word Vinnie used when he described it, and I would agree. But just a really compelling story here. So I'll let you experience that on your own, and let's show you what the meat and potatoes of this game is like. Here's the millipede from the famous game Saboteur. So as you know, when you play Saboteur, there's millipedes all over. I can't think of any other Atari game that features millipedes, but you know, maybe there is one. If you can think of one, put it in the comments. And this is a picture of the millipede from Saboteur. He's very prominently featured in this game. So there's that. As I said, a bunch of collectibles. This adventure part is kind of fun. You know, you can pick up keys and stuff. It's definitely a neat way to kind of connect everything together. Oh yeah, this is a child-friendly channel. I apologize. Okay, so now we get to the gameplay. My name isn't Warren, huh? So here's the actual gameplay of the game. This is where the put asterisks. This is the meat and potatoes of the game right here. So it's basically a bunch of mini games put together, and you have usually 10 to 12 seconds to complete these, and they combine a variety of Atari properties and stuff. So here you have Millipede, Pong, which there you go, you just won a game of Pong, and this one, take the grappling hook. Okay, some of the stuff I forget how to do. Step it on up. So now they're starting to combine stuff, or not combine stuff, but they will here shortly. So this is Sword Quest guy, I believe, and we should be combined. So now you have the Pong, Paddle, and Millipede combined. There you go. So you'll start seeing things get faster and they combine things. Kind of like the NES Remix game. Yes, that's another good comparison. Completely forgot about that game. So now we have to navigate between the Pong paddles. Let's see here. There we go. To safety. Yeah, NES Remix is that's a good comparison. Hey, Fishy Pizza, how you doing? So now we have to shoot. Well, I thought I shot it. I guess I didn't shoot it enough. Shoot the paddle there. Step it up. Gotta cross to the other side, so we gotta contend with the arrows. Perfect. And now we are at the last. So now we have to survive. Okay. Oh, I'm this guy. Okay. And I got shot in the head. Kind of graphic for a. Step it up here. So when you get to this point, you kind of have a boss battle now. So you have to contend with all this stuff. You have 30 seconds to beat the boss. So what you gotta do, you kind of get over here, grab the candle, and then you gotta come back and light this guy up in the face of more obstacles. So you got the centipede now. There you go. Lit him up. So that's the first one. This is obviously the easiest. It's just the beginning. But they start to get a lot faster. Oops. They start to get a lot faster. They combine more games together. I find not all the games are... The boss battle is tough. You ain't kidding. And there we saved Millie, who sprained about 20 or 30 legs, and Tor. So I guess Tor is the name of the guy from Sword Quest. Was that known? Anybody know, like, was his name always Tor, or did they just make that up? Because I have a feeling they made a lot of these names up. Like, Warren is the guy from Adventure, I guess. And, what's the other one? Pete is from Outlaw, stuff like that. So not only do you get to sweep things up, but you also have pest control and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I have the gold key, so I can just go through here. And now, bugs. So I think we'll do one more round here. I'd say if this is free on, go through that. If this is free on Prime, I think it'd be worth picking up, honestly. If you're kind of... I mean, anything that's free, what do you have to lose? So you can pick up this cheese here and give it to this mouse, and then you get a chance to win a game manual, essentially. Warren Robinette, huh? He was in it. Oh, he was in a comic book. Okay. See, I wasn't sure. Some of the stuff was probably known already. So, Video Olympics was famously the, I say famously a lot, don't I? The name of Pong on the 2600. So I guess they wanted to kind of make it sort of cooler or something like that. And they tried to give it an Olympics motif. So all these games, we're trying to get the manual for the Video Olympics. Oh man, we failed at the we failed at the last possible second. But we're trying to get the manual for Video Olympics, and if we do well enough, we can thumb through it. My only complaint, like if you're not good at Pong, you're not going to do very good at these games, and they're all centered around Pong. Same thing with like Human Cannonball, I know is one I struggle with a lot. And there you go, we failed. Ah! Okay. Very cool, Philip. So yeah, Warren Robinette was the guy who snuck his name into Adventure. The first Easter egg he programmed. I completely missed that. Very good. Very good thought there. Or very good explanation. Suck. Yeah, I did pretty bad there. Let's just go ahead and we're really here for the virtual cleaning. We're not really here for anything else. Here's our good friend Bentley. Now Bentley is a good guy in this game. I'll save the story if you want to play it yourself, but Bentley obviously is Atari's Mario, so we don't even need to read it. We know he's helping to save the day. There he's going off to fight the bad guy by himself, actually. There's Pete. What in the tarnation? So he gets sucked into the glitch. If only Bentley had stuck around, he'd help save him. Oh, for Pete's sake, get it? Oh. What did Bentley went off? See, what did Bentley do? He's so good. Like, we can't even comprehend what this guy is doing. Because Bentley is, like, better than Mario. And they would never portray him in a negative light in an Atari game. That's for sure. So let's do this. We'll do this fight, and then we'll show off another VCS game for you guys here. We're going to shoot the cowboy. Got him. Got him. Here we go. This is combat, I believe. There we go. Did it. I've kind of did these recently too. Vinnie was asking about. Oh wait, this is not. I thought this was the one I had to avoid it. I'm sorry. Vinnie was having a hard time beating the boss in this game, the final boss. So I kind of started playing it again, and I'm proud to say, with my help, Vinnie was able to persist and beat the game. I kind of told him what to do. He was on the phone. He started crying really hard. But, you know, I consoled him. I talked him through it. He kept asking. He said, "Can you come down to Tennessee and beat this for me?" I said, "I really can't, Vinnie. I really can't." He did it eventually. I'm proud of the kid. You did good, kid. Oh, we failed. Ricochet. Oh, okay. Look at that. Mathematical equations were running in my head there. Destroy, destroy, destroy. Destroy the enemy tank. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Kind of a little timing thing there. Help the ship. Oh, well. Okay. So here we are at the boss battle again. Let's see what this one. Destroy Explosa. Okay, I can do that. Okay. I assume this thing is on a timer, so we'll just shoot it. Okay. So I guess we need to wait till he's pretty close. Go like that. Ah! And we failed. Alright. That was my fault. I was dodge. Okay. I have not done this one. I have never seen this game before. I thought I'd seen them all. It ain't too hard, but flying the asteroid ship in this game is Vinnie, I think, said in his review, it doesn't feel right. I agree. It kind of feels off a little bit. Makes those hard, especially if you played Asteroids before. 3, 2, 1. Got him. So I think you have to... Okay, we just gotta hit him one more time. So see, this is more of a boss battle than the first one, I'd say. 2. There we go. Beat the boss, guys. Yeah. Thank you. The broom is mightier than the monster, or something like that. No, I am destroyed. Riveting stuff there. Riveting. So I think here we'll just do a quick save. So that is Atari Mania. If you're interested, it's free on Prime right now, I guess. I think it's worth the cost of a little bit of time to download it. I would if I had the opportunity. I think I got it. I might have paid full price for this game. I don't know. I don't remember what full price is on VCS. But I think I paid full price for this and the 50th collection. Alright, take it easy, Philip. Thanks for stopping in. Yep, we will try Harpy's Curse, the other game that tied on for the poll here. Harpy's Curse is an awesome 7800 game. You can get a full cartridge copy from Atari Age right now. Yeah, that game is pretty fun, fishy. So this is Harpy's Curse. It's a homebrew that's currently available on the Atari 7800. You can get a cartridge version from Atari Age. And it has a little story intro here. This I haven't actually seen yet. I was 25. Yeah, I think I probably paid 25. 25 is a little steep for it. I would gladly pay probably 15 for it. I think it's well worth that. So here you got Harpy's Curse. You can adjust the controls. Obviously it's a 7800 game, so 2-button controllers. You have attack and jump. You can turn the music on and off. I believe this is all TIA music too, which if it is, he's done a pretty incredible job because, as you all know, the TIA is pretty rough. It also has a password system. This is the Metroidvania game that the developer of the Dragons trilogy worked on. So attack when flying and find mirrors. So what he tried to do here when I talked to him is he wanted to combine the flying of Joust into a sort of Metroidvania. And some of these elements here look pretty familiar. This looks like the Zelda 2 pillars and maybe almost like a Metroid feeling to it. It's definitely heavier on the Metroid side than the Castlevania side, which is very cool. A lot of games usually try to mimic the Castlevania style. Now for attacks, what is kind of cool is the attack button actually sends you downward in this sort of angled dive here, which takes some getting used to. When you first play it, it's tough to hit, especially like at this angle, and then the bounce back, you might take some damage. So the thing is, I appreciate the innovation here. I think he really did something different. It looks pretty good for the 7800. Definitely Metroid-esque. But I think the gameplay is going to be a turn-off for some people. 'Cause you constantly have to flap, and you have to do this angled dive attack that does not feel very... it doesn't feel like what you would expect. You know, I think most people would expect to shoot or maybe claw, stab, something like that. And here you're just dive bombing basically. But that's not the only attack. You know, being a Metroidvania game, there is power-ups, there is bosses, there is secrets, there is all kinds of stuff. It's a pretty big game, and again, I think it's all done on stock 7800 hardware, no pokey audio, nothing like that. I think we're actually heading into one of the more difficult areas, if I remember right. Probably shouldn't have went this way. Yeah, I think this is one of the more difficult areas of the game. That's the other thing is when you're doing the attacking, you can kind of fly between screens pretty easily, and it gets a little nauseating because you can dive bomb. Like, say somebody was down here, you go to attack them, you might dive bomb to the next screen on accident, and then you respawn the enemies and all that type of stuff. So, and again, that transition there can be a little nauseating, but overall, I mean, having a Metroidvania on the 7800 is something that, you know, ever since I joined these forums and groups, I think I've been advocating for something like this. One came out in the Jaguar as well called Asteroid, which is pretty incredible. So, you know, it's things you don't expect to see on Atari, and they're pretty cool, I think. And again, this game you can download for $4.99 on the VCS. I think the full boxed retail copy is somewhere around $60, I want to say. I feel like I just went in a circle. I think I did. Oops. Looking at the chat there for a second. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're in here, if you're getting something out of watching this gameplay or you enjoy the channel. Have a review out tomorrow for 2 new controllers that you can pick up for your 2600 plus and your 7800. Let's see if we can't get to a different area here. I'd like to get you to the first boss, and I'm trying to remember where that is. Nope, not this way. This is a dead end for now. Yeah, Frenzy and Berserk on the VCS from the great, wise, and powerful Robert DeCrescenzo is an awesome release, and I'm glad to see it hit the VCS store. So it's one big world, big and funky. Oh, we died. It's one big world. Hey, Philip, you came back. Well, we were missing you too. No, I really was. So this is one big open world. There's not really levels. And you can kind of tell, like, the easiest area is all this kind of bird pillar design. And then you'll start to get into different areas. As you've seen before, we were in the red and black area. And just because it looks like there's nothing to do in an area right now, that's not the case. It might just mean you don't have the right power-ups and stuff. So you can see here now we've transitioned, and this is a little secret here. So just because you come across what looks like to be a dead end, you know, I ain't going to give them all away, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily a dead end. So there we went through a wall, and we're kind of skipped a little bit of the game to get over here. And if I remember, I think we went the wrong way because there's nothing down here yet anyway. I'm trying to remember where the first boss is. And I know it's down this way somewhere because I wanted... The boss battles are brilliant. If you liked the Dragon Havoc boss battles, then you'll get a kick out of these. A little bit more claustrophobic than the Dragon's Havoc boss battles, but still pretty stellar, I think. And again, all this music is the stock audio chip from the 7800, which is hard to get good music out of. Most of the music on the stock, down in that water is where I want to be, I'm pretty sure. Getting good music out of the stock 7800 audio chip it's difficult. Not many people can do it. I'm pretty sure the first boss... Wow, I don't think that was supposed to happen. I'd never seen that happen. I fell through the floor. See if we can get that to happen again. I've never seen anything like that happen in this game. I don't think that's a thing that was supposed to happen. I wonder if transitioning between the screens and stuff made it happen. So here's your password when you see them tabs. Yep, that's the same audio chip as the 2600. Yeah, he did a great job. So this is your save room. So now if you die, you have your password and you can return back to here. I know the first boss is down in the water. We might just forego trying to find the boss and fight him. But I know he's down in this water somewhere, and you hear that sound effect? I thought it was. Maybe he took it out. I was going to say that was signifying that my life was almost done, and now I'm dead. So we started at the save room here because we found a save tablet, which gave us our password plus a new place to start back from. And I really wanted to show you because the first boss, you beat him and you get your next attack in the same general area. I don't think you have to fight him to get it. Because there are, so the dive bomb, like I said, is different and it's going to be a turnoff for some people, but there are some really cool alternate attacks. That's just the life. So you, rather than just doing the angled dive bomb, you also get these sort of, I think you do eventually get a projectile. You get a sort of a straightforward lunge. Yeah, this audio is really good for, and again, I'm almost positive it's stock, but I could be wrong. Maybe he did do pokey for this one. I know when talking to Revan Tooley, the guy who did these games, he wanted to try to do most games within the restrictions of what people had back in the day. So he wasn't trying to, and I think it was just as like a challenge to himself. I don't think he looks down on anybody that uses the newer programming stuff, or tips or tricks or chips or whatever, but I think he usually tries to keep things within certain limitations. And I cannot find, I'm completely lost, so we might just give up on this one. You guys want to keep going on this for a little bit, see if we can't find that first boss, or you want to check something else out here? Ooh, okay. Wait, I think we're going to get somewhere now. Ooh. Damn it. What controller is best for this game on 7800? I would definitely use a gamepad style controller. Use the Europad if you had to. But I honestly would recommend either, I use the retro Game Boys pad, and OG Hugo has put out a pretty good looking gamepad too that does the job. But I like the game pads more for this. The Genesis pad would also work if you have the Seagull 78 adapter. I would try to stay away from, I tried playing this with the Pro line, and while it definitely works, and it works better than you might think, but I think for this style game it's just begging for a control pad to be used, given the style of game that it is. That would be my recommendation. Ever use a Space Age joystick? Lots of people. Space Age joystick. No. I don't know what that is. What's a Space Age joystick? You know, I wonder, because after I did that controller video, which if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and give it a look, because we talk about all kinds of controllers on the 7800 for games like this, 2-button games, along with other neat stuff. But Space Age joystick, that's what it's called. We'll look it up here in a second, because that sounds familiar. If it's what I think it is, then it definitely looks terrible. I know the first boss was in water. I want to say he was in water. No, Vinny, there's no time limit in this game, actually, because, again, it's a big Metroidvania. It's one big world. You can actually map all this out. It's all one persistent world here. So everything's kind of combined. Areas that look like they go nowhere, you might just be lacking a power-up or something. While it looks like there isn't much to it, because I'm playing like dog doo-doo right now, keep it PG. Because I think I'm going in big circles, but yeah, because now I'm back in this area. But I'm pretty sure there's a boss down this way. Oh, this game looks fantastic. Yeah, the 7800. Hey, Jerome, good to see you in here. The 7800 controller from Atari is definitely the new one. The CX78 Plus is definitely well worth it at that price. So for $24.99, that's what they're selling the new 2600 Plus 2-button 7800 controller for. And at that price, I think it's well worth it. On eBay and stuff, they were going for, $40, $50, $60. And at that price, I don't think those controllers were worth that price, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people were paying that because they were desperate for a good 2-button joypad. Yeah, let's look up that controller. I'm not having much luck here. Let's see. I want to look up this controller that Crypto was talking about real fast. He said it's Space Age. Let me pull this up. And I'll show you guys what it looks like here. Space Age joystick. Okay. And again, thanks for hanging out with me, guys, on your Saturday night here. Oh, that's okay. That's not the joystick I was thinking of, but it is definitely, yeah. So let's bring this up here on the podcast, or on the. This is not the podcast. This is the 7800 Pro Gamer Show. It does look cool. Let's bring it up here. Again, forgive me, I'm using new software. Let's paste this in. Okay. Sure. Okay. Now what do I gotta do? I'll probably shut this off for a second. Everything's black, but this is the joystick right here. I'm not sure why it's looking like that. So this is the Space Age joystick. Quick on the trigger, arcade fun. It does look really cool. Is it showing up on the... because it looks like crap on here. Yeah, Vinny says that thing is terrible. Forgive me, I'm using OBS and... rather than our normal podcast software, and it didn't appear to show correctly, so I apologize about that. But yeah, that controller, it looks cool. I don't blame you for thinking that, because I agree. I think it looks awesome. But it definitely looks like it'd be worse than the Pro line, if I'm honest with you. I would get it just because it looks cool. If you like the style, I think it's worth having in your collection just to have. If it makes you happy, I'd get it. But I would not recommend it for playing. I do not think that thing's going to be very comfortable. Do you own that, Vinny? Yeah, oops, sorry. Yeah, it's like the Pro line. That's what I kind of got from it. Yeah, it looks like... okay, here's the first boss battle, I think. So, this is the boss fights. You're sort of stuck in a room with different dragons here that do different things. And I think if you win... no, if you win, you get a piece of basically the artifact that I think you're looking for, or something along those lines. But also in each area, so this is the boss of this area, and then you also have a power-up you could get in each area, which we're going to die here, because you have to get a lot of hits on him, and if you have like the power-up from the area that you're in, I think it does major damage on the boss. But yeah, this is essentially what the boss battles are like. We're not at a good angle to get him up there. I've never fought this guy. I haven't beat this game yet. If somebody had asked. Oh, we got killed. No, that thing is definitely not. I wouldn't recommend using that crypto. I don't think that's very good. It seems like Vinnie doesn't recommend it either. And that one I was looking at, they have that on there for $296. I guess it's sealed. And it says Space Age Joystick, Pro Line. They're calling that the Pro Line. I don't know if that's like the 2600 version of the Pro Line. But that thing sealed is going for $300. Yeah, get the Seagull 78 and a Genesis controller for sure. Somebody in here had asked about seeing Ends Reach. We could finish up on that. If there's any other requests here, we have the Atari 50th, Arty 7800, Asteroids Recharged, Basket Brawl, Alien Brigade, Asteroids 7800. A lot of the Recharge games, Berserk Recharge is the newest in the series. Black Widow Recharged, Centipedes Recharged, Cavern of Mars Recharged. EXO is a fantastic game. I have not... Yeah, Seagull 78 is the best for 7800 games, especially if you have those controllers already. EXO 7800 is an excellent game. I'm waiting to experience it on the 7800. I've been waiting years to play this game, and I'm so close to getting it the way I want it. Because, you get it how you want, how you really, really want. Haunted House, Madness Beverage. I did a review on that. That doesn't seem to be blowing the socks off of anybody. Neo Sprint. A lot of people have been talking bad about Neo Sprint. I almost think that we're going to end on that because I want to show Vinnie how you can actually play that game and do fairly well at it. So I think we'll end with Neo Sprint here. We'll do a few races of this. Oh, that's right. You have a 2600 plus. Even for the 20, I think Seagull 78 works for the 2600 plus. For that controller review, no. Yeah, I want to show that game sucks. Jesus, this game does not, in fact, suck. Vinnie has been known to suck pretty bad at this game, but this game does not suck. This game is fantastic. Now, of course, what I've noticed with Neo Sprint, this is one of the quirks of the VCS. First time I try to load up Neo Sprint, it won't load, so I have to back out, and then I have to go back in. Jesus, dude. If you're just joining us, we're torturing Vinnie by playing one of his favorite all-time games, Neo Sprint. Vinnie's in the chat right now talking about what a fantastic game this is, how it's truly a return to form for the Sprint series of games. He thinks this game is incredible. I believe he might be on here playing it right now. Are you playing Neo Sprint right now, Vinnie? See, we might not even be able to play it. It's so good that the VCS can't handle it most of the time. So it crashes before the game starts. Jerome says, I want to love Neo Sprint. It's a little frustrating. Sprintmaster, Badlands, Super Off-Road, so much better in this crap. Also, what's really good for the Jaguar, I have to get it still. Power Sprint, not Power Sprint. Rally, something Rally. is another good one. So this is Neo Sprint. And we'll just show off here some of the game. We'll show off some of the easier one-on-one races here. So you have a variety of cars and paint jobs. So you have Indy cars, old Indy model, Cotile CX265 NB 2600. I don't know what that number stands for. Havoc OR1, the Lynx HG1. Again, these names are completely random. I don't think XEGS384. I don't think these have anything to do with anything, if I'm honest. Stella. I mean, what's a Stella? And then you can unlock cool paint jobs. You got the Asteroids paint job, Crystal Castles, the Black Widow, the Pong Mobile. Let's give that one a go. Power Drive Rally. Thank you, Jeremiah. Power Drive Rally. Yes, that is probably one of my favorite overhead racing games, and it's actually on the Atari Jaguar. That's a very good one, too. So we'll show off one of the easier races here. This is Neon Nightscape. To me, the graphics scream cell phone quality. That's one of my big negatives on this game. Is like the graphics are pretty bad. And so, just quickly win this race. So as you win races, you unlock more paint schemes and stuff. To actually get to this race, you have to win platinum trophies on every other track and race, every other cup. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do, and I've actually done it twice now. Because one of the downsides of the VCS is when they update the games and the firmware, it resets all your save data. And so you have to start over on the games and stuff. It kind of stinks for that. So I've actually unlocked all this stuff twice on this game. I'll tell you, I was pretty PO'd the first time when I lost all my data. But luckily the game got better and easier to complete the second time. First time was a nightmare. And so the head-to-head races here are always a little bit easier, but you can also have up to 8 racers, and we'll show that off next. Jerome really likes the look of the game. I mean, it looks alright. This zoom out view of the whole course, I don't mind this look. But when they zoom in, it really shows off. I think anyway, it shows how cheap looking everything kind of is. In my opinion, and I might be alone on that. If you guys like the way this looks, then I could be, way off base on that one. Some more cool paint jobs you got here. I don't have them all unlocked. You got the Tempest paint. I really like the Gravatar little ditty there. And then you got the Asteroids. It's probably my favorite here. So we'll do the Asteroids IndyCar. Boo, hiss. Are you saying boo or boo earns? Because I can't believe you'd be booing this game. So you must be saying like, boo, don't stop playing this game. Keep playing it. Boo, I'm gonna boo if you stop. I think that's what he's saying. So we'll just keep playing here. Last thing I want to do is disappoint the people in the crowd. So this is probably the tougher races because you got more cars and they tend to pile up and really mess you up and stuff. And so this is the part of the game that I think Vinnie has the biggest problem with. Because when you fall behind like we are now, so we're way in the back of the pack if you can't tell. We're that blue car that's sort of third from last. There's no real way to catch up. There's no power-ups. There's nothing to kind of slingshot you forward. So once you fall behind like this, you're pretty well cooked. Normally if I was trying to unlock everything, I would reset it all because you're not likely to win. So what you got to do is kind of get out in front, find a way to smash in between these guys, get out in front, and then once you're in front, you can kind of stay out in front through all the rest of the races. So you can see here we finished about 6th. 6th ain't bad. Oh, you're booing you. I don't know who you is, but I love our Asian community, so I don't know why you would be booing an Asian man in the chat, but I'd say leave him alone. I mean, I don't know why you have to boo some guy named you. Anyway, let's see if we can win this one. Don't forget, guys, I appreciate you coming in. We've been playing Food Fight and stuff with us, watching some stuff, listening to me ramble. Don't forget, new video tomorrow, 10 a.m. in the morning, but it's YouTube. You can watch it whenever the heck you want. And don't forget, this upcoming Friday, we have the Atari Network Podcast. We will be talking about the VCS, the very console that I'm playing. We're going to be discussing the fact that maybe it got snubbed recently for some high-profile games. We're going to see what that's all about and talk about what effect it might have on the future of the VCS. So if you're interested in that, then please join us this Friday. Myself and Vinnie Vineyard, Funkmaster V of Big and Funky Productions YouTube channel. See what we have to say about it, and of course we'll be talking about everything else that's happening with Atari and the community. Oh, wow. Some spicy chat going on there. Of course, we'll be talking about everything else in the Atari community, so join us there. I'd also like to thank our lovely sponsor, the website that makes Atari Network actually work, and that's Atari7800forever.com. Atari7800forever.com is a website that specializes in the Atari 7800. Therefore, it's the only place to find a lot of Atari 7800 cheat codes, reviews on a lot of obscure 7800 games. There's 20 years of information on that website. Articles like no other, a lot of good humor, a lot of fun stuff to do on there. So be sure to check out the sponsor of the Atari Network and 7800 Pro Gamer Show, Atari 7800 Forever. We appreciate you making all this happen. Check them out. If you love the 7800, it's the place to go. Save it on your browser. Make it a favorite. Boo hiss. Boo hiss. I mean, I don't know boo hiss. I don't know what boo hiss means, but we'll jump out of here. Alright, guys, we've been, yeah, it is pretty cool. We've been going for the last hour and a half here. I think we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate it. Thank you, old school comp. Appreciate everybody joining in, everybody talking in the chat and everything. Again, don't forget to check out the podcast. That was the IndyCar. So the first IndyCar that pops up on the list, the one that looks like a modern race car, that's probably the best one to use. If you're going to play the game, that's the most well-rounded, and it works pretty good. Here, I'm going to end, we're going to wrap things up, but we're going to end it with some ends reach, because I had somebody asking to show that off. But we're going to wrap up probably in the next 5 minutes here. Again, I appreciate all you guys coming in, showing support for the channel. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Hit that like button. It helps out the channel a ton. Make sure you're subscribed. Check out all the cool stuff we have on here. Don't forget also to subscribe to Big and Funky Productions on YouTube here. Big and Funky Productions has the star of the Atari Network Podcast, my co-host, and he does a ton of Atari stuff over there. If you love 7800 VCS, he's going to have a lot of cool stuff for you to look at. Recently, he did the Atari Mania review, the Plutos review. If you love wrestling, if you love ghost stuff, and if you enjoy B-movies, that's something I've always enjoyed myself, is a lot of B-movies and stuff like that, then you're going to like Big and Funky Productions. Only 8 likes? Come on, people, says OG Hugo. I'll take what I can get. I mean, if I can get 8 likes, that's 8 more than I started with. So this is Ends Reach. I downloaded this because I thought it looked a little more like something modern on the VCS here. it's interesting. So it's kind of got this open world space planet thing going on for it, and it's pretty cool. I don't know where to go half the time. So my big problem is, like, I went through this portal, and now I'm here, and it looks like I should be able to, like, go through this rock or something, but I can't for some reason. And I can do this double jump thing. But yeah, that's been my biggest thing, is I don't know where to go in this game. There you go, Crypto Season 19 likes. Oh, there you go, Big and Funky Productions. They're going to have an Asteroids Recharge review this week. So, again, I think all those Recharge games are, and a lot of Atari stuff is free at Amazon Prime right now. I heard Atari Mania is free on there. Also, Yar's Recharged and stuff. I got some people saying 19, some saying 8. It's all good. It's all good. But check out Big and Funky's. See, this is the thing. This has kind of been my battle with this game, is I can't seem to go anywhere. I go through that black thing. I hit every button. I can't attack. Apparently I don't have any weapons. Maybe I have to equip. Okay. So there, now I have a weapon. So maybe I have to break through some of this stuff. Now it's up to 20. Well, thank you everybody who left a like. Yeah, this is Ends of Reach. It has some cool lighting effects and stuff. Like, it looks like it'd be a cool game. I think the character animation's a little stiff. And the like, once you start swinging, you can't leave this animation. So it makes combat kind of, an all or nothing thing. Yeah, this game is not what I thought it was. I ain't saying it's bad though, but it's trying to be atmospheric, and I just can't figure out how to do anything. I think I started playing it, and I've been stuck in this general area for a while, and I don't know where to go or what to do. I can't figure this thing out. So, but this is Ends Reach. If it looks good to you, Poor Man's Legend of Zelda. Yeah, it's made by an indie developer. I'm sure they put a lot of work into it. Look, and is it me, or when I hit that wall, it looks like it changes shape for a brief second, and then I guess I could jump off this cliff. I don't know. Everything I do seems to kill me, so yeah, water kills you. You can't seem to go anywhere. I don't know. I was gonna do a review on this game on the network here, and I'd probably really be. I wouldn't have much good to say. I mean, graphically it's okay. The character's kind of cool. Combat's really stiff. Animations are stiff. I don't know. Alright guys, I think we're going to wrap up here. I appreciate everybody, again, in the chat and everything, talking to us. It's been a great show going on here. We've gone through a ton of games. Reach the end of Ends Reach. This is as far as I can get, so this is the end of Ends Reach. OG Hugo, I see one set of footprints in the sand. That means Jesus is carrying you, man. Yeah, he must be, because somebody's carrying me somewhere. Yeah, if it looks good to you, Jerome, maybe you could figure this out. I can't. I'm sorry, what was your question, OG? I'll answer OG Hugo's question on the way out here. Oh yeah, I thought I answered the other night. Yeah, I have a day job. The Atari Network is a hobby right now. It is not what I do to survive. So I do have a day job. I got a family to support, 3 lovely kids and a wife. And the $2.18 that YouTube gives me a day from ad revenue is not enough to feed and clothe them and pay for rent. So yeah, I do have a day job. But it would be awesome one day to do something like this full time, or to get involved in this stuff and do it full time. But yeah, Sorry if I didn't answer that last time, OG Hugo. I thought I did. How many rats nip at you at night there at Toledo per week? The rat situation is under control. They have these trucks that go through the neighborhood, and they leave this green mist in the air that kind of lingers around, and it kills off the rats, the stray cats, the squirrels, the birds, and small children and elderly people. So it's really helped out a lot. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you joining me here. Jeremiah, oh my goodness, thank you so much. You did not have to do that, but it is definitely appreciated. $5 from Jeremiah. If this was StreamYard, I would put it up on the stream, but yeah, I haven't figured out how to do that in OBS yet. But greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. You are a classy Atarian, sir. You are, and always have been, a classy Atarian. And with all that said, guys, I'm the 7800 Gamer. I gotta wrap up for the night. Remember, all you classy Atarians out there, I ruined my sign-off, but stay classy.